Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here. As the recording of this, it is Sunday, March 5th, 2023. I'm standing here at the Fairfax Farmers Market. I am not waiting for the bus. I'm just standing next to the bus stop. But someone that also is not waiting for a bus is the one and only German in Venice.
Welcome to beautiful Los Angeles on a rainy day. We didn't expect the rain to happen today. We came prepared, but it actually looks nice right now. The sun is coming out. Woo!
It might. Oh, that was a little steam coming off the back. Let us some steam in it. Come on.
This is crazy here in Hollywood. This is crazy. Maybe we see some celebrities shopping here today. I've seen some before, so you never know. You gotta always look out for celebrities.
That's true. I'll keep an eye out. German in Venice will keep an eye out. I'm inviting you to join me and German in Venice.
Shall you? Of course you shall.
I gotta be honest, this is bringing back serious memories for me, because when I moved to Hollywood, I think it was 2017, I lived on the Boulevard for about 2 years before moving back down to Orange County. I bought a lot of items right in here. And I don't think I've been shopping through here really since then. Since I lived up in Hollywood over on the Boulevard. And fun fact, the school right here, a lot of famous, notable people, like, you know, rock stars like Slash from Guns N' Roses went to school here. Anthony Kiedis, I think Flea, they met up and they started the Chili Peppers right over in here. Whenever I think of LA bands, Chili Peppers is always one that comes to mind. When you think of LA bands, who do you think of?
Of course, Guns N' Roses.
All right.
And there's a mural right here on the wall. I might want to check out that mural if it's still there, where Slash is playing when he was 17 years old.
All right, cool. Now I am a pretty light packer when it comes to traveling and whatnot, so I probably will not be buying a whole heck of a lot of souvenirs. But one thing I did not bring was a heavier jacket. So I need to buy like a zip-up hoodie from somewhere. So that is on my agenda, because I missed the snow. It snowed, well, it hailed.
It hailed, but it's still cold in Los Angeles. Last night it was cold. Yesterday it was cold. So if you come to LA, bring a jacket. Not like him.
The one thing that's interesting about this flea market, you have to pay a couple dollars. I think you have to pay a couple dollars to get in. Also, if you're not familiar with the GIV, German in Venice, calls himself GIV for short, he matches up a lot of stuff. Right now he's matching up Slash up against this wall. So check out his channel for a lot of fun Hollywood stuff around town. You know, and Santa Monica, Venice, Hollywood, LA, all that kind of stuff.
Show you the picture. What do you think?
You gonna show me the photo?
Yeah, that would be the photo.
Okay.
Where he's playing with his band.
So you think it was right here against this wall?
I think it was the wall right here, and they had like a graffiti up here.
Yeah, this is bringing back a lot of memories through here. All kind of vendors, artwork, clothing, souvenirs. Just walking around here is taking me back. You know, it's like taking me back to like 2017, like 2017 vibes. Okay, this is kind of cool. My friend Dan Bell does a lot of Polaroid stuff like this, and he was saying try to buy like an actual vintage Polaroid versus like one of the kind of like the newer Polaroids they came out with. One thing I was just kind of noticing, so you're a big fan of like 80s movies and things like that, right?
Of course, I've been growing up in that era.
So you see a lot of schools that look a lot like this one in Southern California, where they have like the little courtyard and whatnot. I don't know if anything technically was filmed here, per se, but it kind of has that 80s kind of vibe.
Yeah, you always feel like you're in some kind of movie when you walk around here. You're absolutely right, it gets the vibe.
Yeah, check this out over here. You got Bert and Ernie, you also got Mickey Mouse, and you got Steamboat Willie. Now, I'm not sure if it was here, but there's part of me that thinks that so I saw this, not interview, but I saw an article online years ago that Dave Grohl randomly showed up here with his barbecue grill and made like beef brisket and stuff for everyone here. But I wasn't in town when that happened. You ever seen
Never
Dave?
heard about it. I never even knew that story, no.
Yeah. So, because Dave Grohl would show up with his barbecue grills and just show up to places. But I think he was here at the Fairfax flea market one time. And we both did pretty good. Also, it's like the clouds are rolling in, but we both did pretty good. None of us bought anything. Are you pretty good at like not buying? Are you like a good window shopper and not buying anything?
I just enjoy walking around. I normally never buy anything unless it's really good. I don't collect stuff, you know. It's just like I have so much stuff at home already. I don't want to put more stuff in my apartment. I want to be a minimalist.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, but I can't do it.
You did pretty good. You didn't buy anything. I didn't buy anything.
Yeah.
I said I was going to buy like a sweatshirt, a zip-up sweatshirt, like kind of like the one you have on. but it's warmed up. It's starting to warm up out here.
But we haven't been on Melrose yet, where they actually sell all the stuff. So maybe we're gonna. There's always cool stuff there. So
I'm gonna get something there. Fun fact: I have this same Highboy scooter. I purchased it, and I purchased it because of German in Venice a couple years ago. I think it was probably 2 years ago, right?
Yep.
We went to Venice Beach, and you're like, "Hey, I have a scooter. You want to ride the scooter or the bike?" You chose the bike. Well, I chose the scooter. You took the bike, and then when I got home, back to Florida, I said, what was the model of that? So I have this same exact one. All right, as we're scootering along, check out this relic. You got, not only do you have the phone book down here, it's all been spray painted over, but you also have the phone itself and the skeleton around it and the pole. These have the sign that would say payphone on the side of it there. Pretty dang cool. This is a relic of the past. What do you think is going on across the street over there?
I don't know. I was here last week and I saw Paris Hilton here. That was her store last week, so they completely changed it.
You saw Paris Hilton here?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see her. I saw her car, Bentley. I didn't wait, but she had like an event, but they changed it totally. Now it's something totally different.
Like a clothing shop that everyone's lining up for some stuff. All right, so he's standing in front of the Improv, but you can kind of see the building behind him. Is that his wife that's with him?
That's his wife, yeah.
So you're standing right here on the corner of the sign I just showed. Kilkea Drive, or Kilkea Drive. Michael Landon. I bet Michael Landon would never, I think Michael Landon might have passed on before the whirlwind of Jake Paul arrived and Team 10 down the road. It's every day, bro. It's every day. Yeah, that style of YouTube content is 100% different. 360, well, not 360, a 180 from the style that I do and German in Venice does.
I would like to do some crazy stuff sometimes, like doing a wheelie right now on my bicycle, but I can't do it.
So the Team 10 was kind of like a bunch of people he kind of put together. They all lived in this house, and I think this was the house. Logan Paul used to live really close to where I lived. Oh, this is it right here. This is the house. I think that's the Team 10 house right there. Or was the Team 10 house. Or maybe it was this one. It could have been this one right here. I got to look it up. Might be this one. It's one of these. That is a selfie stick. I was wondering what that was. That is a very long selfie stick.
You know, if you look thinner,
the higher you go up.
Right far away. So I'm going to put my 360 camera on here.
Okay.
And then we're going to shoot you and me riding in front and in the back.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So I came by here 5 or 6 years ago, I think, when they all moved out of this house. But just looking at this neighborhood, it makes me think that all the neighbors probably did not like what was going on around here. You know, I was just thinking, he had a kind of a song that got popular called It's Everyday Bro, because he was doing like daily vlogs. I have I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I've far exceeded how many daily vlogs that I've done, and I don't even say It's Everyday Bro.
Well, you might have to come up with your own song then, you know?
Should I write a song?
Yeah, sure.
What would my song be called?
On the Road Again.
All right. I think someone might have already done that. I think someone already wrote that one. Yeah, I think that's what they're right there on. Isn't this on Venice Beach?
That's Venice, yeah.
That's Venice.
Always nice to see Venice.
Yeah, I just learned something new. So these over in Venice are old chimneys. That's all that remains. What was the? What
used to be the old pavilion that performed in there, and they teared it down a few years ago. But you can actually barbecue on the bottom. They had like tables around, picnic. And
okay. I mean, it's very iconic. It's pretty close to the big metal V right over there. But I never knew that they were chimneys. Now that I'm looking at it, it does look like a chimney stack. Interesting. One thing that's always cool about hanging out with you is I learned a lot of Michael Jackson history. This was one of Michael Jackson's favorite stores, and he was videoed, and there were photos of him going inside this place that's now called Moist. Okay, here is the photo of him. He's kind of incognito. He's got like the facial, got the mask on there where he's trying not to be seen, but there's a video of him. Parked his car over here. That pole is still there. Also, I was incorrect. The place was called Moist then. It's still called Moist. Why was that his favorite shop?
I don't know. They had some really cool jackets back then with some like, he used to like those, what do you call those?
the insignia type of jackets. They had like the insignia on the side. One thing I'm noticing, well I kind of already knew, but I'm just gonna reiterate from when I was living here, I always notice around here, pop-ups are all the rage, like pop-up stores. I also will say, some of the worst sidewalks I've ever seen for like a highly populated, busy thoroughfare of people walking and shopping. All the sidewalks are like this.
They're pushing him and the kids, they actually pick like pears and stuff.
Oh really? So this used to, looks like it's like a car dealership now, or maybe like something like a maintenance bay for automobiles, mechanic shop. Used to be a furniture store where Michael Jackson bought a bunch of stuff.
You can go online, check it out, type in Michael Jackson shopping on Melrose, and that video pops up with the paparazzi pushing little Paris and...
No kidding. I think this is the Crypt Keeper right here in this thrift store. And oh, that is the torso of E.T. holding the Crypt Keeper's head. Look at that. That is wild. Okay, that's pretty good. It's Sinatra over here. Frankie's on Melrose. If it's truly is what you want to do for a living, wake up every day and get to work. I like that. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the tags and stuff and the wheat pasting that's on here. You got Salvador Dali, and I think that's, is that Elizabeth Short right there? That's the Black Dahlia?
Yes, it is.
That's the Black Dahlia. Up, there's one of those Hollywood sightseeing tours. Oh wow, speaking of pop-ups, here was a Blockbuster pop-up. This couldn't have been an old Blockbuster from back in the day. This has to have been a Blockbuster pop-up. But it looks like the pop-up has since closed. But they have the old Blockbuster stuff on the side of it there, the old Blockbuster sign. Take a look at that. Hollywood. We've now arrived on the corner of La Brea and Melrose. So back when I lived here, I would get my oil changed for my car over at that Jiffy Lube, and that would take like 45 minutes to an hour, and then I would walk over to Pink's Hot Dogs, and I would get myself a hot dog. So I'm gonna do that now. I love some Pink's. There's also a Pink's at Universal Studios Hollywood, but I like going to the original Pink's, made special from Pink's. Pink's Hot Dog, a Hollywood legend since 1939. There's quite a few people out here. Even, look at this. There are some full-on, it's like a full-on tour here. They got tour buses that have just emptied out at Pink's. We timed this incorrectly. Should we wait or do we go somewhere else?
No, that's probably going to take us a long time to eat here.
Okay, we've been talking amongst ourselves, and what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the car, put away the vehicles that we have, these little mobile vehicles, and if we drive back by, maybe all the people who are here because of the tour buses will have, you know, already gotten their food, and we can just get it right in line. And if we drive back by and it's the same line, we'll go to somewhere you recommended. Somewhere, I'm down for whatever. I just figured we were in the neighborhood.
You can't put those people down now. They want to see what a Pink hot dogs look like.
I've eaten here before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to eat here again because I love hot dogs. And you interviewed that dog over there.
Yeah, of
You
course.
interviewed the...
I speak dog.
That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good bark. So right over by Pink's is also this ramen spot. Take a look at this. This is like a, it's like a delivery robot. It's called Serve Robotics. So the food goes in there and just automatically delivers it to where it needs to be.
It's crazy. Nobody else. Just that little cart drives around and delivers the food.
Remember when there was that announcement they were going to start having drones that would deliver packages? I don't know if that ever happened.
Will, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if I could order a Pink's hot dog on there and skip that line over there.
Maybe we should try.
I could have a robot bring me a Pink's hot dog. That is pretty dang cool. So what's going to happen? They're going to bring the food out of this ramen place, put it in here, and then they're just going to send it on its way.
Yeah, it's like in like a special area, like a radius of, I don't know, a mile, 2 miles.
Okay. What do you think the hours of this place are? You think they're ever open? Oh, they're not open. They're not open. They're never open. In fact, I don't think this place is even open at all because the windows are shattered and stuff too, but it's called the Never Open Store. Around this back alley, some really cool artwork through here. And they definitely are letting everyone know, do not park here. It says, do not park here. No parking. This means you. Private property. Tenants only. Do not parking. Do not park. Not even for a second. You will be towed. Classic car alert. This little neighborhood is just 1 block off Melrose. Another classic truck alert. Just taking the alleys now. But Melrose is just right over there, running parallel, going back to the car and see what else we can get into. Got Sid and Nancy up there. And then that's, I think that's Pete from the Disney cartoons there with the little hat on. I really like this. It's like the back side of the Hollywood sign looking down upon Hollywood proper. It has Goodyear blimp up top and everything. This is pretty cool. This place called American Vintage has a lot of Hollywood royalty up there. Judy Garland, W.C. Field, there's Elvis, Chaplin, Marilyn, James Dean, among others, Sammy Davis Jr. Oh, if you look up top, there's Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber up there. Jim Carrey up there. There's a couple other things that are kind of painted on the side here as well. Dream as though your life depends on it. Over here, here's a couple of guys that have Rubik's Cube for heads. But I think that's supposed to be Joe Rogan right there. I think that's Rogan. Oh, we were talking about Dave Grohl earlier. There he is right there. Talking about his barbecue. Prowess of his barbecue. That's all coming together now. I was mentioning Polaroids earlier. There's a Polaroid there. Andy's got one. Mr. Warhol's got a Polaroid. You can always tell the difference between the paint and then wheat pasting. So wheat paste starts to kind of fall apart, decompose.
Standing in front of it, they're celebrating, but this building right here.
So I'm always learning something new. Right here at 8447, this was the studio where Off the Wall was recorded and Thriller was recorded. So Thriller was recorded inside this building.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the Westlake Studios.
Is it still a studio?
Yeah, it's still a studio. You can still go in there. They do tours. And they have a lot of stuff inside from Michael Jackson.
That is so cool, man.
There's a lot of people in there. They go through this door right here. This is the entrance right there.
That would be their load their equipment in, huh? So was the Off the Wall album cover near here too?
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
So he would have recorded there, and he probably goes, "Oh, I know this like wall up here. We can go get a photo at."
No, what it was, there was another studio down the way, and they were inside. And then the guy who designed his stuff actually said, "Let's walk around the corner." They actually did a photo shoot at the observatory first, but they didn't like that picture.
So there was another recording studio around the corner, not the one where he recorded, but he was meeting with a guy. The photographer said, "Hey, come over here, take a picture in front of this wall." You can't really see the door, however, in the photo. So it might have been kind of close up like that, perhaps. It's interesting though, because they must have put that door in.
Maybe they put the door in there later on.
Obviously it's been repainted, and that door, it's really tough to match up. But there's the wall, and they've also painted this here. On the wall MJ. And I guess people sign stuff to Michael here? Or is this just regular? No, probably not. Oh yeah, there we go. We got Michael Jackson there. Got MJ there. Wow, that's cool. Everybody like puts their name. Oh, look at this Captain EO down here. That's great. And the studio that they were met up, and then they walked down the alley. It was right here on this corner here. That
right there on the corner, yeah.
Pulled up the album cover here. This is what the album cover looks like. Obviously, it's been painted from its original red. That's the album cover. Off the Wall. MJ. So there's also this. So you got this here, but I'm looking at this and I'm thinking maybe there weren't electrical boxes. Could it have been here, or has it been 1000% confirmed that it was right there?
The guy who knew Michael and he worked with him.
Yeah.
I saw the video, literally saw the video where he walked around the corner and walked right here. He was standing right here and said, "This is the wall."
That's the spot. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe there wasn't the door back then. I don't know.
And since we're talking about album covers, and we're in the same general area, behind Cantor's here is this little alleyway where GNR stood right here. There's also one of them eating at the booth inside there. There's a famous photo of all of them standing right here in front of this brick wall.
It even says the 419 on it.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Here's the photo as well. You can see the wall still looks the same, the door still looks the same, bricks all look the same. GNR. Right in the back alley in LA. Hollywood, West Hollywood. It's wild. This is awesome. I never realized this was in here. I never realized that inside the pretty, here on beautiful Las Palmas Avenue, that was a Seinfeld reference. But they have this is Richard Gere, Julia Roberts. We're on the fire escape outside. Wow, this is inside this hotel. Now it's a hotel, it's not apartments anymore. Man, that is cool. So it wasn't the top floor, it was the second one down.
No, she was on top floor, I think it is. Top floor. They just went.
So that
we see it outside, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like the top one's up here, so she must have been on the second one. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but it's right out. If you look right out here, there is up top is there it is right there. I have been by here many times, walked by, gone by, shown it in videos over the years. Never have I been inside there, but we rang the bell, they let us go through and asked to see the mural, and we're able to see the mural. There it is right there. One thing about LA, you get helicopters going by. Up top you see a helicopter up there. Occasionally you get the car honking, but I think the car honking is more of a New York thing. You don't get.
You gotta do the famous line. Welcome to Hollywood. What is your dream?
I like that. You ever been up on the scaffolding?
No, I wanted to. That's why I wanted to rent this place and go there.
All right, this is pretty wild. The theater that used to be across the street, the historic theater, is gone now. They've torn it all out and kind of gutted it out of there. Very historic theater was over there, it's just gone. All right, from this angle, you can see that the Grauman's Egyptian sign is still back in there, but I guess they're redoing the roof. Over here on Hollywood and Highland, looks like Buster is still celebrating Valentine's Day. Still on the Valentine's, way past Valentine's Day, but definitely up there with the bow and arrow and all that. And a week from today, the Academy Awards, the Oscars, will be taking place, and they're already starting to set up for it. Take a look at this. They got the big tent set up over here, and you can walk directly across traffic. Well, not really, because it's kind of all backed up. But it has like the X, you can walk across either way to go across the street here, which is kind of cool. They are really starting to set up for this pretty early. Oh, look at this. This is where all the magic is going to happen. I'm gonna go in the Souvenirs of Hollywood and try to get a zip-up hooded sweatshirt. It's starting to get chilly again. Walked over now in front of the Chinese Theater, the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and of course the handprints that are through here as well. You got Star Wars.
Huh? Yeah, I believe you.
Harrison Ford down here. Clint Eastwood. I go to Hollywood Studios so much in Florida, and I used to live here on Hollywood Boulevard. And the one in Florida is an exact scale recreation of this and everything. Exactly to dimensions and everything. They did a heck of a good job recreating this very historic one. Oh, this is awesome. Check out Gloria Swanson here from Sunset Boulevard. Norma Desmond herself. That's great. Morgan Freeman here. Tom Cruise. Gene Kelly. Dick Van Dyke. over here. All kind of Hollywood legends. Mary Pickford, Douglas Fairbanks. How did he do such incredible stunts with such small feet? Clark Gable, Bing Crosby, Shirley Temple, Gary Cooper. I don't really watch the Academy Awards or the Oscars really. I see some of the highlights, whatnot, but it's going to be happening at the Dolby Theater. And in front of the Dolby Theater, there's a staircase. It's always here, you get photos on it. But now it has been adorned and is being dressed up, even though it's 7 days early, for the Academy Awards 2023 Oscars. And lining the sides of the staircase are these curtains. Now, the one gift shop I pointed out did not have any zip-up hoodies, so I'm still on the lookout for a hoodie. And also, we're going to go up here to Johnny Rockets. We opted out of doing pinks. We went back by pinks earlier, and the line was even longer than it was the first time. So we're going to go with a little Johnny Rockets, a little diner-style food here on the Boulevard. Also, right up here, they used to have the big elephants out front. They've removed the elephants. All versions of the elephants that were up here have been removed. That were up on top of the area up top. They were like looking down on the Hollywood and Highland Mall. We are now stepping into Johnny Rockets, the original hamburger place. It's kind of like an old school diner right in here. We're going to get a bite to eat inside Johnny Rockets. I always like the vibe of this place. It's like a chain place, but it has that old diner type of feel. All right, it ended up being a pretty good meal. We ended up getting, both of us ended up, well, I got the chili. I decided to get a little big bowl of chili with onions and what. The chili was okay. It was kind of average. But the salads that we got chicken, both Jim and Vince and I got both chicken salads, really dang good. And not only the salads themselves, but they brought me a little bit of ranch, and he got like a honey mustard, and they brought an entire vat of honey mustard out. I don't even think there's no way he could even eat all that honey mustard. But. And now we're back down to the lower level here where they have the tent up for the Academy Awards that's coming up as well here at the Highland Center. But the Johnny Rockets is up there on the second floor, kind of right up there, but now we're just walking this way. Everyone's waiting for the light to change. The only one brave enough to walk out without waiting has two snakes. One snake around his neck. It is good to see you drinking a piping hot, caffeinated beverage. I gotta give you the cheers here.
And I love it too, man. I love saying it. I always laugh when I see your videos and you say it. I always have a smile on my face. Just a easy sentence like this makes me happy.
You gotta say it, you gotta say it.
A piping hot, caffeinated beverage.
Nice. I like that. I still need to get a jacket though. I still need to get this zip up hoodie. They have like a lot of the pull down hoodies. And I really want to get it. I'm gonna get like a zip down. I was gonna say, do you think this works or doesn't work? But looking at it, it definitely does not work because the handle has been ripped completely off of there. But I wanted to kind of point out this mural here. It looks like W.C. Fields over there. I can't tell who the female is at W.C. Fields, and of course Chaplin wedged in there as well, painted over here next to the. Were you trying to make a call?
Well, the thing is, I just looked it up on eBay, and they sell for $300.
Really?
And I really want one like this in my apartment.
All right.
Just for, like you would say, posterity.
Posterity.
Posterity. I just like those. But it doesn't have like $300. You can buy one on eBay.
Look at this concrete pylon this thing's in. This is like a big slab of concrete there. You could just get rid of your cell phone and we could just go back to the days when it was put a quarter in.
Never.
Kind of like Funny Farm, Chevy Chase movie Funny Farm. He had to like insert a quarter, but he didn't have a place to insert a quarter, so he fooled the operator by putting a coin in a glass. It's a deep cut, I know, but yeah. Not a lot of people saw Funny Farm. Oh yeah, I should also mention I did finally get a zip-up sweatshirt. You got this for your video too. I should get this too, where you get over there in the Hollywood sign. We don't have to hike up to the Hollywood sign. We can just look at it right here on the corner of Hollywood Boulevard. And what street is this? Hollywood and
Cherokee.
Hollywood and Cherokee. I'm glad I got this. Also, I look a lot like, I definitely fit right in now because I got the holly on this side and the wood on that side. You think that neon still works at night? That's a great studio, Hollywood Studio Cafe signage there. When I think of Hollywood, I think of a lot of things. The sign, studios and whatnot, but I also think of those, I don't even know what that'd be referred to as, the thing that you say, you know, take one or take two, and then you clamp down the clamper. What is that thing called? There's a name for it.
Yeah, I forgot. Clapper, like, maybe clapper, I don't know.
Like, I don't know what it's called, but either way, that's what I think of Hollywood. In movies, I think of those things. I do like that they left the Las Palmas Furniture Warehouse signage up there too, that classic neon as well. Look at this neon, I think it's called the Beetle House now. Beetle House used to be on Hollywood Boulevard, but now it's moved over here to Las Palmas. But you can see the light there, the star and the arrow and all that. The more we thought about it, we decided to go ahead and just come up here to the Hollywood sign, or at least pretty close to the Hollywood sign. Off in the distance there, downtown Los Angeles. And getting into Hollywood down in this area. More or less down here. Look at those clouds. Hollywood, or Hollywood. Block out the day. Pretty good view from up here.
I love it. It's only like 35 minutes walk up to the sign from here.
I love the view of downtown LA, Hollywood. I think this is a good place to do the outro. Well, that's gonna do it for today. From myself, German in Venice, who escorted me around. You drove, I rode. We saw a few things. Always a good time hanging out with you.
Thank you so much. I had a blast hanging out with you. It's always fun. So thanks a lot again.
Yeah. You know what? We should go right over there to the edge. And that way we're like as close as humanly possible. Not too close though. You know, now that I'm here, I realized like 10 years ago when I used to do the unedited videos, I had been to this spot. I've been to the dog park spot. I've hiked up to the top there. But like 10 years ago or so, I did a video where I walked right over there. And I believe there was a recording that told me, don't go any farther. Have you ever walked over that way?
Never walked that way, no.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you in the next video. From myself and German in Venice.
Subscribe to his channel.
Oh, I never say that, but you can say it for me.
Please subscribe to me and to him.
Yeah.
No, not please. Just subscribe. That's all.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is
over. Tschüssing.
Whoa. You always do that. Do it again. Take two.
Tschüssing. And the good thing is, normally this place is packed with people, but it's only him and me here right now. How cool is that?
We're all alone at the Hollywood sign. That's the Hollywood sign right there. Amazing. I never get tired of looking at that thing.
Never.